Hello and welcome. This is Lovebug Tarot. Welcome to the channel. And today we're doing something exciting. It's always exciting to read, but today we are doing How Do They Feel About You? A Love and Partnership Read. And for my lovely Ace and Arrow people out there, I will be doing my best to also interpret this as love and partnerships through intimacy on perhaps an intellectual level, on an emotional level, but not necessarily on a physical level. However, we will also be looking at relationships, love and partnerships, with a romantic, from a romantic lens and on a physical intimacy lens. So I'll be kind of doing both, best to interpret both ways. If that's something you're not comfortable with, that is completely understandable. This might not be the read for you. Again, you're going to know your best. You're going to know your own boundaries. So if you're comfortable with that, I'll be doing my best to interpret both sides. But if that's not something you're comfortable with at all, I will be mentioning it and talking about it. So use your best judgment for that. Oh, and okay. So the way we're going to do this, we're gonna have our piles here, but we'll do an energy check first. We'll look at your energy, their energy, and then the two of you together. And then we'll be asking if something comes up in this. Usually the energy check kind of gives us an idea of what's going on in the situation. And then we'll be looking on how to move forward with this energy, with this situation. And as always, we'll also be asking for advice and guidance. So that is that. And as always, I will have a link to Booty Arts. I love her art name. Booty Arts, basically. I will have a link to her shop where you can find this really cute notepad. They have a lot of amazing things. We also have some of their strawberry washi tape because YouTube doesn't like strawberry patches showing. Anyways. Okay, so on to our piles. So pile one, I picked the Lover's card for each pile. And again, the Lover's card is very much about a union, things coming together, but making a choice to do that. Again, there's always free will. You always have free will in any situation. But we have the Lover's card with the classic Rider-Waite deck. What would the classic Rider-Waite deck doing, channel? I don't know why suddenly we got a Minnesota accent, but there it is. Anyways, so this is the Lovers for the Rider-Waite, and your gemstone, your stone, is a leopard jasper. So this is your stone. This one's a very interesting stone. I tried to pick very interesting different stones today. I don't have too many, but we do the best we can. All right. All right, pile two. This is your card from the Yoshitani deck, the Tarot of the Divine. I'm trying to get it without too much glare in there. There we go. And this is a scene from kind of the classic tale of Beauty and the Beast. And your stone is, I believe this is a agate of some kind. I got this a long time ago. I'm not exactly sure what kind it is. It's just neat. This banding always reminded me of, like, for some reason, the ocean. Just like the different layers of the ocean. Like guys. Anyways, this is your stone. Okay. I tend to ramble on. All right. Pile three. This is your card. This deck is interesting. This is the Last Unicorn deck. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the creator, but Peter Beagle. Peter Beagle is the intellectual property rights owner of The Last Unicorn. So this is a licensed deck from the movie. There's actually 2 Lovers cards in this deck, but this is the first one that came out. So that's the one we went with. And your stone is this banded bloodstone. actually. There is a complete white band around this one. Okay. Now feel free to pause the video if you need to take your time and kind of just sit with the piles, or if you already know the pile you want, there will be timestamps in the description so you can go ahead and jump to your pile. But yes, feel free to pause the video, take all the time you need, and either way, I will see you in your read. Hello, pile 1. If you chose pile 1, your stone is this leopard jasper. It's a very earthy stone. It's really cool looking. I just love the look of it. All right. So what we're going to do is kind of an energy check. So I'm going to pull some cards for you, for this person you have in mind, and then we'll see your energies together. And for the read, I'll probably just say like person A and person B, and then A and B together, because sometimes I know I've had this one. I've delved into sorry, there's something on my desk, distraction. When I've seen other reads and I've watched kind of we are comparing two people's energies, sometimes I've felt my phone's going off. Okay, so sometimes I've felt a certain way for sure. Give me a sec. Make sure that... Okay. We forgot to put silence on our phone. All right. Confirmation. In some capacity, I suppose. There's messages coming through. We haven't even gotten there yet. So I know when I've had a read and it's been like, this is you, this is them, and this is you together, I've sometimes felt both piles, or sometimes I've felt more of this other pile, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? And that can be that the two of you are kind of connected in a way that you're reflecting each other's energies. It could be that these piles are flipped. You know, you really resonate with this pile instead of this pile. So take what resonates, follow your intuition. You will know which pile is right for you. And if none of them resonate, then this may not be your pile. You can check any of the others, or this may not be your read, and that's okay. There are so many other reads on YouTube, all over the internet, that you will absolutely find the read and the reader that is right for you. Okay, that being said, let us get some shuffle ASMR in. Off you go. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get our 3 piles. So let's get some cards. We need 3. All right, seen that one. Let's grab that for them, and then the 2 of you together. Oh, all right, there we go. Lovely. Okay. Ooh, let's go ahead and get 3 tokens. Oh, this one's a little off. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, nope, I got 2. There. And these tokens, they're little wooden discs that many moons ago I painted and just have become a part of my practice. Ooh, okay. So we've got this one. Oh, no, I almost put it down there, so that's what we're going to go with. Sometimes unconscious actions, it's just like, no, that was done for a reason. Let's go with that. Okay, should we go ahead and get runes? You know what, we'll wait on the runes. Let's go ahead and get the cards. That way we clear out some of the area, because I have limited space. Alright, could we get some tea for pile A? For person A, pile 1. Oh, okay. Thank you. Alright, anything for pile... Yeah, person B. Oh my god, this is going to be an issue. Whoop. Still I have the second pile too. Okay. All right. And then for the two of that together. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll try to trust the process. Whew. Got a lot coming out. You have a lot of messages. Which, my phone buzzing with messages earlier is certainly an indicator. All right, anything else for person? Please do not dump half the pile. Person A. Okay, you know what? I'm seeing one back here. Okay, and then anything else for person B? Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, oh my God, this giant pile. And you got wow, the two of you got a green and a purple card. And again, if you're not familiar with the tea leaf deck, there's 200 tea leaves. Only 12 of them are purple. There's only 12 months of the year and 12 astral houses in an entire deck. And the two of you got both. All right, so we're going to start with person A's energy. Your token is this one, and this is kind of... it's like an inner light. It's an inner light, an inner strength, if you will. And your card is memory, number 16. You have Leo and the sun and fire. Very fiery card. Rosemary. And rosemary is an herb that's a very healing herb as well. In this book. With the, oh shoot, I forget the name of this symbol. I should know it. As I stare down to my Celtic knot ring like, I should know this. Triquetra? Someone please tell me if that's right. Okay. Alright, so let's get ring. Ooh. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And again, I'll be interpreting these reads both from a romantic point of view and a non-romantic point of view, because relationships and partnerships are not always romantic. So, yes, I really appreciate that, when some decks talk about partnerships, they're like, yes, it can be romantic or it can be business. There can be two businesses coming together is considered kind of like a business marriage, if you will. There can be like prenuptials and everything. All right, barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And beetle, good fortune. These are wonderful cards. Okay. So person A. I'm feeling like you've done some serious healing of the past, because again, we're looking at the word memory here. And not just healing on an emotional level, but also healing kind of on a spiritual level. Perhaps even finding your spirituality. Not necessarily religion, but just finding your own spiritual path. And that, I feel, definitely reflects with our inner light card. And your inner strength. The sun, the symbol of the sun, is very, very strong. That's just a strong energy coming through. Your inner fire, like you found that spiritual sense of purpose again. It's fascinating. Okay, I'm going to get some tarot cards because I want to know, it says a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Like something has reignited that inner passion that you have. I feel like you're moving towards, it could be a relationship or being open to a relationship coming in, whether that is a platonic relationship, you're moving forward in your career. Again, fire, Leo and the sun, wonderful energy to have for like business going forward, and good fortune. This, I feel, can again go either way. If you're looking at a partnership, perhaps in a company, or you've been in a mentorship program where you were the mentee, maybe you're now moving on to more of a mentor position, or even getting a position within, you know, that field of expertise. So that is something that is definitely could be moving forward. And good fortune with relationships. But I get a sense that you've reached a point where you feel like you're able to do that. You have the emotional bandwidth, the capacity to be like, okay, I can take this on. And it could be that you've reached that point, but you are feeling a lack. It's like, okay, I've gotten here. Now what? Because the barrel says you feel like something's lacking in your life. And again, love, money, goals. It's some kind of relationship that you feel like you are lacking. All right, let's get some cards. Oh my god, cards. Oh, no. Do not. Why are you stuck? Why are you suddenly stuck? Come on, come on. It's very humid today, so I don't know, the cards are acting up a bit. They're usually not this stubborn. I see the devil on the wheel of fortune. Oh my goodness. Peeking out. Yeah, cards are being very stubborn right now, which is also a very interesting energy coming through. All right, could we get some cards to help clarify person A's energy? Oh, okay. Anybody else? I saw you. Okay. My ring is slowly sliding off my finger. We don't usually wear rings. Anyways, distractions. All right, we have the High Priestess. There's no good place to put this. That's fine. The Two of Coins. And the Chariot. Yeah, things have been moving forward for you. And again, we have these 2 coins. We have the 2 sphinxes. And Chariot's about motion. It feels like things have been moving forward, but you feel like there's something you're missing. And oh, okay, yeah, the High Priestess, 2 and 2. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm feeling with the barrel, it's like things are moving forward and it feels great. Like, yes, that's amazing to kind of move into this much more positive space, this energy. But it can be really hard when it's like there's something else. And the High Priestess is also a very spiritual card. And with the fire and the book here and this inner light, I also get the sense that like part of this journey you've been on is very spiritual. But now you feel like you can take more on. You have a siren in the background? Yeah, you feel like you can take more on. Wow, we're getting all kinds of timing. Synchronicities, that's fun. Yeah, you feel like you're at a place where maybe the seas have calmed down, so to speak, metaphorically. And you feel like you can balance a little bit more. You feel like you can balance a little more. You're just not sure what this other coin is. Like, in a way, you feel like you've got this, you're holding one coin, you're like, yeah, I've got this, I know exactly what to do, but there's this counterweight as well. And it's like, wait, what is that? What is this other one supposed to be? Okay. So that is, I feel, the energy for for person A. For person A. So if that resonates, this could be your read. But let's also get some information about person B. So person B has this green man token and also the little god symbol down here. This is kind of representative of the masculine divine. Again, I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about energies. A very, very earthy card as well. All right, and you are... Oh, wow. That's really interesting. We got this very earthy masculine energy with Taurus, which is a very earthy, not necessarily masculine, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Interesting. Okay. Okay. But vitality is our key word here with the symbol of water. We also have the symbol of the snake. Okay. So let's get some more information about person B. Purse, pay attention to your finances. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. And pineapple, reconciliation. I can talk. Ugh. This is a very, very specific, but I did get the inclination that perhaps someone, not everybody, but this might just resonate with a very small select people, number of people. The reconciliation could be in reference to the two of you, who perhaps this is someone you knew or you know of, you had a relationship with, and there's a working towards. We'll get some more information about that in the both of you. So yeah, working towards a reconciliation. And again, not necessarily like a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship. You know, maybe you fell out and you had a person A had to kind of walk their own path, find themselves, and come back to a place and be like, you know what, okay, I think we can do that. And person B as well. On the flip side of that, I think for okay. Receiving, giving, precious gift. Because we have diamond and purse, and I feel like these are in a little bit of an opposition. Perhaps person B is very giving, but giving to the point where it can be detrimental to them. Where it's like they constantly give, but maybe they give too much. And it's not necessarily like physical items. It could be energy. It could be, you know, just they're constantly there for everybody, but not always for themselves. And paying attention to finances in that same way. Pay attention to your resources. You know, person B might have difficulty setting up those boundaries, whether it's financial, resources, time, energy. Parrot, someone will gossip all your secrets. Person B also might be someone who perhaps partakes in a bit of gossip, or I don't want to say talks a lot, because that I don't want to seem like that's a negative attribute, but doesn't always filter what they say. And I don't mean in the way of like, oh, you have to always watch what you say. Like, sometimes it's good to be very open and honest in a conversation, but also it's important to kind of read the room and be like, is this a topic that I should really be talking about with this particular crowd at this particular time? Like, and it can be difficult to sometimes read those social cues. For some people, that can be incredibly difficult. And that what goes with that could be that maybe this person B, perhaps person A and person B were very close at one point, but person B kind of talked a little too much about person A's secrets. Maybe said some things they weren't, like disclosed information it was really private and they were not supposed to do that. That could have caused an issue. That could absolutely have caused an issue. And I know sometimes it can be hard picking up social cues. Hi, I have spicy brain. I get it. Yeah, that is definitely difficult at times. But I'm also getting the sense, again, we have reconciliation up here. And with Taurus, and we also have water is very much about emotions. So person B could also be in a place where they've been working on themselves. Maybe they were the victim of some nasty gossip, or someone told something that was personal, and they were like, ooh, yeah, that doesn't feel good. I shouldn't do that either. Like something, because I see the snake and I think of a snake shedding their skin, because that's how they grow. They have to leave behind this old dead skin that served them at one point in time. But now they need to move forward. They need to grow. They need to come into their own. Okay. So that is the energy I'm getting for person B. All right, let's... There's gonna be no good way to move this around. Okay. Could we please get some clarifying cards for person B? Whoa, okay. Well, that's really interesting because, like, person A, your tarot cards were they were very shy. They did not want to come out. Person B is just like, boom, we're here. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to clap into the mic. I'm so sorry. My bad. I'll try to take that out in post. We'll try to dim that down quite a bit, because that kind of startled me. All right, let's see. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, a slow but steady progress. They may not be there yet, but I get the sense that they are doing their best. They're doing their best to make progress. All right, we have the Eight of Swords and the Tower. Ooh, okay. They've either recently gone through, like they're coming out of a tower moment, or they're like in a tower moment. And I say tower moment as like the tower shows these figures falling out of a tower that's been struck by lightning. The idea that sometimes the foundations that we grew up on, were never strong to begin with. Perhaps they were flawed, and we need to break them down to the base so we can rebuild. And I feel like that's part of this snake imagery coming in. And the parrot as well. Yeah, person B has had to go through, or is currently going through, kind of a dark night of the soul, if you will. Like an internal looking inward and kind of reassessing and maybe reconciling some of their own past. Maybe they are working through and they're working on their own reconciliation, not necessarily with other people, but with themselves. You know, it could be that inner child. Yeah, they're going through it, and it could be right now that they're making progress, but they're also at a point where they really need to kind of figure out where they're going to go. Because the Eight of Swords is about kind of constriction mentally, because swords is an air suit. We're talking about the mental body here. So that constriction, the confinement, that's the word I'm looking for. This kind of mental confinement they've been in. But you can see this person is able to walk away. Yes, they're blindfolded, but, you know, these are not very tightly wound bonds. They could break out of that, but they have to do it. Because one way or another, and sometimes that's the tower moment, is that they're forced to. Tower is very much a card of like not if, but when. It's coming, but it's all about how you face it. And in some ways, person B may be looking at, do we try to ignore it and stay confined? Or do we start that journey? Slow, but steady. Moving forward. You know, finding your feet again. So I feel like person B is going through it, while person A has gone through it. Okay, that's... Wow. All right. Let me see if I can... Yeah, we can move this down here. Ignore the microphone stand. I'm sure you didn't see it till now, I'm sure. All right, I'm going to move our leopard Jasper. So the two of you together, I have the token of soul family. And this is kind of chosen family, but on like on like next level, if you will. So it's the idea of there's a connection here that goes beyond even physical or mental. There's definitely a spiritual connection between the two of you. And your main card is wholeness. Wow, okay. With Aquarius. So Aquarius, Taurus, or Leo placements could be very prominent for you or this other person, and that could be like your moon, your rising, or your sun sign. And we also have this kind of pentacle wreath made out of sticks, which is super cute. So immediately when I turned over wholeness, I got the sense with this token is that, and 33 as well, is the two of you fit together. Like the two of you, yeah, that's the best way I can phrase it, is that like the two of you just fit together. The two of you together are whole. Let's get some information here, but yeah, like the sense that person A and person B had to separate for a while. And I get the sense that now you're kind of coming together. Let's get some more information. Ooh, all right. We got our astral house's success. That's wonderful. Because again, we had good fortune over here. So if person A, because we were talking about like business or career, that could definitely be something that perhaps maybe that connects the two of you together again. March. Okay. Now timing, like months of the year is always a little difficult with timing in any read, so take with a grain of salt. So this could be something that started last March. Maybe the two of you reconnected or connected in some capacity again. I just got the sense that like this doesn't necessarily, like maybe these two people, person A, person B, like separated. And I mean that in the sense of like a previous life. And in this life, you're coming back because person A has kind of learned their karmic lesson. And person B is currently going through their karmic trial, especially with the tower here. So if this is someone perhaps you don't know yet, that could also be what is happening. And it's interesting with spring, because March is springtime, so So it could be something started this past March, wherever you are, whenever you are watching this, or it was the past spring season. And I say that because it depends on when you're in, if you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, or wherever you are, what is considered like a springtime for your particular climate where you live. These snowdrops. So I also get the sense that like perhaps this connection is very new, because snowdrops are typically, they're like the first plant, the first flower, I want to say, that comes out of the ground, usually through snow. Like you see, you can find images, beautiful images online of snowdrops, and they're actually covered with ice and snow, because they're some of the first flowers to come out of the ground after a long hibernation, after a long time apart. Okay. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Yes, okay. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I almost want to put these like this. Like person A, this is kind of partially what you've been working on. Is perhaps working on your intuition, working on, we were talking about mentorship, getting guidance in some capacity. And then camel for person B, because this has very much been a perseverance. You know, the Knight of Pentacles. If you ever want a card for just perseverance, it's the Knight of Pentacles. Claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. And Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Yeah, person A, there's a lot shifting right now from, and this is obviously from your own hard work that you've put in to yourself. Oh, excuse me. Spirit's talking. And because of that, these possibilities are opening for you. These opportunities. And it could be one of the opportunities is person B kind of, you know, finding that reconciliation, finding that common ground between the two of you to come back together, to be whole. And it's really interesting that Claw landed right in the middle. Be careful, do not take risks. So I feel like this coming together should not be done recklessly. Slow and steady is going to win the race. We have two of these coins over here, which is an earth suit, which is very slow and steady. That's really going to be the best for person B. Person A, because you have a lot of fire happening, like this might be something like, yes, let's do this. We can, you know, let's move this forward. But for the sake of person B, you may need to just take it slow. You may need to slow down because they could be going through it right now. And this is something, this is a path that they kind of have to walk themselves. It's not to say that they can't have support. You know, but I just see the camel and I'm thinking of like long trips through the desert. You know, camels can go a long time without water, but they're built for that. Like they've evolved to be able to survive in those climates. So it could be part of this person B's evolution. You know, that slow and steady walk they got to do. And that's going to be another thing I feel with the Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards, and the Eight of Swords. That could be part of their trial. It's really easy to fall back, you know, into old habits. It's easy to take the, you know, take the path that everybody else has gone on, you know, or someone else is like, oh yeah, you should do that. And be like, oh, okay, I guess, but I think person B has to learn to listen to themselves. Yeah, especially with this Parrot and Diamond. They have to learn to give and take in equal measure. You know, less just giving, because that could have definitely gotten them in trouble. Okay, so we are going to use, this is the Light Seer's Tarot, is that right? Look over, yeah, the Light Seer's Tarot. A friend of mine actually just got me this deck, which was super kind of them. So if you're watching, you know who you are. Thank you. All right, they're so tiny. I love them. Okay, so we're going to look at how to move forward with this energy, with this situation between person A and person B. Could we please get some guidance on how pile 1 can move forward? Ooh, okay, come on. Okay. Saw you. Feel that back one. Anybody else? All right. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. We have Strength, the Three of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. It's really interesting, all these green cards landed over here. It's just something I've seen. There's actually like a progression of color. We start with these like dark greens, and it slowly moves into this kind of green yellow, and then we get these vibrant kind of orange violet cards. So I'm getting the sense that this is kind of a progression. Five of Cups is about grief, of letting go. And you can see this figure's kind of tilting. There's a fifth cup back here that's full, but this fourth one, they're kind of tilting, and it's I don't know what it's going into, but it's kind of just going into a different place. It's going away, but they're emptying it. So I get a sense that together there could be some energies. There could be, if this was something someone you did know in this lifetime, you know, there could be some old grievances that the two of you need to work together to sort out, because we do have the Seven of Swords here. And I'm just, with this, again, we have the crow here kind of yelling. So there could be a point of communication that the two of you need to work on. That's not just gossip, you know, that's not just like, oh, how was your day? And just gossip about work, but like real kind of tackling the hard issues, if you will. You know, because there's still a cup back here that I feel like needs to be sorted, if you will. But notice that there's no moon here. There's no heavenly body in the sky, just some stars. But here we have, you know, this moon kind of bringing to light these issues. And Swords, again, is it's a suit of air, so it also deals with communications. Yeah, I feel like there's a bit more to unpack. If just I'm seeing this backpack full of feathers. But it needs to be, the Six of Pentacles is kind of reciprocity. We have this kind of figure 8 energy happening around these coins, these discs. So there needs to be kind of equal ownership over pieces that need to be forgiven or pieces that need to be discussed. You know, there needs to be an equilibrium there. And this can also be talking about boundaries. This can be talking about, you know, what is okay to discuss. You know, we were talking here about gossip, and it's like, okay, there are certain things that I really just want to keep between the two of us. Because perhaps, again, that's what caused the rift in the first place. But being open and honest about, you know, yes, maybe person B talked about it a lot, but person A never established the boundaries of like, hey, this stuff is not okay to talk about. Like there needs to be equal ownership of that. There needs to be a give and take. Again, we're talking about, like, I'm seeing the Two of Coins here as well. This give and take. But from that, and it's really interesting, this card is Strength. You see this person is actually half lion, half human. And we have the same kind of infinity symbol up here on their arm. I don't know if you can see that. It's right there. So the sense that once there's once there is an equal balance, this flow of energy of like, okay, let's work through this. And not just work through it, but like apply it. Move forward, you know, with the Chariot. It's slow and steady progress, but it is progress. Because again, we're moving this, there's this color shift. Even over here, there's this little slice of blue. You'll see that transformation. You'll see the strength between the two of you grow. And the Three of Wands often talks about plans that have been made, putting them into motion. You know, this person has perhaps studied surfing, they've done the work, and now it's like, okay, now let's go get our feet wet. It's like applying what you know. Taking that step out, and again, this is a fire card. It's very spiritual. It's very passionate. You know, so if this is something you want to move forward with, you know, if it's an intimate relationship, then that, again, this is something that's discussed between the two of you or the people involved. You know, but things are established. So you can move into this, again, Queens is an energy, it's not a gender. You can move into this Queen of Wands energy. You know, where they are holding the power. They are like the two of you together, you know, have this amazing connection, this wholeness. And you can bring, and Queen of Wands is a very, like, you can manifest stuff. Like, look, this person is just manifesting light. Just out of the palm of their hand. Just full stop. Going forward. And it's a big jump, too. 3 of Wands to the Queen of Wands. But there needs to be that slow, gradual shift forward. So it's a very, like this, I feel like this is very much a pile where I would say, I can't say like success is guaranteed, but if you take the right steps, if you communicate with each other, and not to say that there's not mistakes, that there aren't setbacks, like you absolutely, that's just, we're human. But you can make that progress. You can find this kind of new strength within you. And it's really interesting that this pile had the leopard jasper. Because I just think of a big cat, I think of strength. And also like, this is a very earthy stone. There's a lot of like oranges and dark reds and gray. And obviously you have this, like these black bands around each of the colors. So it's a bit of a patchwork. And no two shapes are the same. Feels a little stitched together sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's a whole stone. It's the whole package. I love that. Okay. So, any final advice or guidance for pile 1? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. We got another Queen of Wands. You get 2 Queen of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, the two of you can absolutely come into your own with confidence. This is something you can manifest. Oh. 3 of Wands again. 3 of Wands. Queen of Wands. I'm getting like, this is the emphasis we need to look at. This very, and strength also is a Leo card. It's a fire card as well. So we're moving away from this kind of very slow earth energy, but necessary. It's like slow but necessary earth energy. Into this very strong fiery energy. You can look forward now. These 2 figures are both looking forward. They're looking to the future. Temperance. But it's going to take that balance. It's going to take that balance. You know, you have the angel here. And we had angel. We had angel over here as well. If I can unearth it. There we go. So it could be that the two of you, you know, work together not only on like communicating, but just also perhaps, you know, something within a spiritual path as well. Because again, fires is very much that. It's passion, but it's also creativity. It's also, you know, it's spirituality. Ooh. Yeah, you can move into much more stable energy. And again, we have this kind of divine masculine as well. And in a way, this is going to bring person B into their kind of their energy as well. Not to say that, I don't want to say like person B is reliant on person A for this to happen. This is going to happen. This is something that they need to do. Person A can be supportive of that, but it's not like, you know, oh, if we don't get together, or if we don't, you know, come together in some capacity, like, it's your fault that it doesn't happen. Like, no, that's extremely toxic. And then that is absolutely like not the person for you. Yeah. This is the Hermit. So this relationship, this coming together is very much about an inward journey. And it's interesting with the Hermit, with this inner light as well. You know, kind of a guiding light in a way. But your own internal guiding light, not necessarily relying on outside influences as well. All right, pile 1. I feel like that is your read. And we have the star at the bottom. So the star is the card of hope. Like, hands down, it's the card of hope. And again, we have the 2 figures pouring water. And Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. It's an air sign, but it is the water bearer. And we have the water bearers here. Oh, yeah. You're going to be all right. It's Four of Wands is kind of a party celebration card. It can also be a card of marriage, you know, which is very interesting because we also have the ring over here. Yeah. So if this is a relationship that you're looking at from a romantic point of view, it feels like there was at one point a separation. Reconciliation is possible. However, there is still work to be done on both ends. On both ends. But don't give up. Don't give up. This is going to be very difficult. This is, you know, not an easy path to take. But at the end, it's worth it. We have the wholeness card here, that black mulberry. And if this is a friendship or a platonic relationship, or it could have been like you were in a field of study or at a place of work and you had to leave that place of work, you had to leave that field of study, this could also be coming back into it. But coming back into the workplace or coming back into that work situation with like, I need to be very straightforward about what is okay and what is not. Communicating that. You know, calling them if this was a work environment and they did something shady. Being like, that was not okay. Nope, never again. You know, laying down that foundation. And maybe that company, you know, that institution, that field of work also had to go through a change. Or is currently going through a big change. Absolutely. All right. So thank you, Pile 1, for letting me read for you. Super appreciate it. You all are amazing. This is such a fascinating read. So I'm very interested. If anybody resonated with Pile 1, if you feel called to, again, it's never an obligation, but if you feel called to, let me know. I'm going to give your pile the star. I love the star. The star is a great card. So please like and subscribe or share the channel. It's super, super helpful. It lets me know that people are watching, and that's very encouraging to me. Like I love doing reads. I love helping people and helping the community as well. So yeah, I would love to hear from people if you feel called to. It's never, ever an obligation to do so if you're not comfortable. There will be links in the description for any of the tools or the cards that are available that I used. There will also be a link for the notepad and the artist who did that. And there will also be a link for my shop, because I am an artist as well, and I do little keychains and stickers and art prints and all that kind of stuff. So please check that out. That would be awesome. All right. So thank you, Pile 1. I'm sending you all of the good energies right now. Sending you so much love. And until next time, take care of yourself, okay? Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose Pile 2, your stone was this kind of blue, gray, and white banded crystal. So that is your stone. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make 3 piles. So this is going to be your energy, their energy, and then the two of you together. And we're going to refer to these piles as person A, person B, and then A and B together. Because sometimes, I know I've had this when I've had like a pairing read, is that sometimes you may connect more with like this pile's energy, like person B, or sometimes you feel reflected in both. And that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly valid. It could be that, you know, you have a connection with this person and your energies are just reflecting with each other. Or you just sorry, something on my desk. Distracted. Anyways. Squirrel. All right. So that is what we're going to do. And if you don't resonate with person A, which is typically going to be your pile, or if you don't resonate with any of the piles, this may not be your read. Feel free to look at any of the other piles, pile 1 or pile 3. Oh, excuse me. Spirit agrees. Feel free to check those out. And if none of the reads, none of the piles resonate with you, that is okay too. This may not be the read for you, and that is okay. So you can always find another read that I've done, someone else has done. You're going to find the answer to your question. You're going to find the reader that's right for you out there. I promise they exist. So do not stress if like nothing is resonating for you. This just isn't the one for you, and that is okay. All right. So we're going to start with some oracle cards. Some wonderful ASMR oracle cards. In the middle, please. Let's shuffle around. Okay. So, oh. All right. There's 3. Cool. Wow, they didn't even wait. They were just like, Hua! There you go. Cool. All right. So we have person A, person B, and together. And I'm going to get 3 tokens, 1 for each pile. And these little wooden discs are, I painted many moons ago. And I've just used them in my practice since. All right, we got 3. Okay, so we have, it's abundance. We have the divine feminine and soul. We have soul family again. Soul family came up in pile 1. All right, let's get some tea for person A. Almost said pile A. It's interchangeable. Okay, person A. Get some tea leaves for person A, please. And what we're doing is, again, this is kind of an energy check. Like, where is person A? Kind of what is their energy? What is their vibe right now? Whoop, okay. All right, you two. Okay. Oh. What am I doing? This happens more than you'd like to admit. Okay. Any other cards for person A? I think I'm doing... All right, you know what? I'm feeling that. Month of the year. Okay. Nope. It's just while we have it. I swear, brain work great most time. All right. What cards for person B? Jeez Louise. All right. Person B. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. We'll get there. I promise. I promise we'll get there. All right. You're coming out. All right. Any other tea? All right. Person B got a lot going on. All right. And then the 2 of you together. All right. That came through twice. This did you. Okay. Anything else for our energies for pile A and B together? I'm feeling you too. All right. Let's move these to the side with our tiny weights. Because, all right, you're moving around fine. There was one that was just like, woo, on the top. Like they do. All right, so person A. This is person A's pile. We have the token of abundance. We have a little cornucopia down here and a pomegranate. And your card is stimulation with the chili. We have the sign for Aries, 18, and this quill that's got like a little bit of ink kind of coming off the end here. Okay. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Everybody behave. All right, let's see what's this one. October. Okay. So something could be significant about the month of October or the season of fall. And I say the season of fall because if you're in the southern hemisphere, your fall is not going to necessarily be in October. And always take timing with a grain of salt. Timing in reads is always very, very tricky. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Let's, you know what, we're going to pop you up there. Okay. We also have Lion. Time to act. Ooh. And Lion, I think of Leo, which is another fire sign. This is Aries. But a lot of fire energy so far. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Tiger. If we get the bear. Lion, tigers, and bears. Oh my. If you know that reference, let me know in the comments. I hope you get that reference. If not, also let me know and I'll tell you what it is, because that's part of like classic movie history. Anyways, doing something risky, taking a chance. Ooh, I feel like lion and tiger are definitely chilling together. Pin, a new job and career. Wow. Okay. Pile A. There's a big shift happening in your career. We have money path. We have new job, career, doing something risky. It is time to act. Like chilly with like, I'm just getting an Aries as well. Aries is that fire sign. It's that cardinal fire sign. That's like, it is literally, it is like, I do, I act, I am like, let's do this. And I'm getting that spicy energy with the chili coming through. Wow. So either something you started this last fall season, October fall season, however that lands for you, something could be coming to fruition for you right now, which is so exciting. And again, stimulation with that fire sign is just mental stimulation, spiritual stimulation. Like this is just something that has you so excited. You are ready for abundance to come in. I'm going to get some tarot cards for you. I'm getting the sense that perhaps this partnership, this relationship, friendship, you know, however it resonates for you, is perhaps not something you're looking for. In a way, it's like something that will find you. And maybe even through this opportunity that happens. You know, doing a risk, taking a chance with a career option could put you on a new path where you meet this other person. Ooh, okay. I am intrigued. And we're using the Yoshitani deck for you. This is the Tarot of the Divine. So we did give it a good shuffle. Could we get some clarifiers for pile A? I'm seeing that one too. All right, let's get 3. Stay. Cards kind of slide around. The Knight of Wands is another fire card. This is like the Aries card incarnate, if you will. Like you were taking life by the horns and just charging forward. Wow. Okay. Seven of Wands. This has been a labor of love. That phrase comes to mind. Like to the point where you have like just, I say, exhausted yourself nearly on all levels before. Like you I'm getting the sense it's more balanced now. But that doesn't mean that like you put in your all. You put in everything you had into this. Again, Wands. A lot of fire happening over here. Like not only is this like a career move, this is a spiritual path move. Like this is a path that you are meant to walk. And you've had to defend yourself as well, walking this path. Like, not everybody has been supportive of that. Like, you've come across some opposition as well. You know, not just in the pursuit of this career, of this path you're walking, but yeah, just this opposition of like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing something safer, or you should move on, or you know. But there's been a persistence there. Six of Coins. What you've put out in the universe is coming back to you. This is, you know, a give and take. This is a reciprocity. You've been putting in everything. And you are going to, you either are starting or are about to really, really reap that reward. And again, like with timing wise, this could be something that you started in a fall season or the previous October, or it's something that is going to come around into fruition this upcoming fall season or this upcoming October. Again, take timing with a grain of salt. Okay, so pile A. Wow, you got it going on. You have a lot going on. So let's see what's happening with person B. What is going, because man, they got a bunch of tea on them. And what I always say, people are like, but those are tea leaves. And it's like, I call it getting the tea. If you know, you know. Some of you may. Some of you won't. That's okay. So person B has this soul family token. And soul family is kind of like chosen family, but like a next level. These are people like you have this connection that is just unexplainable in some way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical person. It could be, you know, a spirit guide, could be an ancestor. It's just part of your soul family, part of the people or entities that are with you always. Grounding. Ooh, okay. The potato of grounding. I always, because I love when this comes up in a read, because we literally have the sun card here sitting on the top of this deck of tarot cards. So I guess you've come to the right place. With the sign of Virgo and Earth. And Virgo is an earth sign. The sun and moon, which is again balancing those energies. And potatoes are a root vegetable that grows underground. So yeah, that grounding energy, putting down roots in some capacity. All right, let's see. Gong, an exciting event. Harp, great happiness. Okay. All right. Sunrise, new creative ideas of new ventures, a fresh start. Okay. Oh, interesting. Archway also came up in pile 1. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Wow. Archway and sunrise is, I mean, I feel like these two are almost synonymous with each other. Just like new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Creative ideas, because fire in the tarot suit is very much like a spiritual energy. But it's also creativity. So I am wondering if, again, like this, taking a risk and kind of forging your own path, moving in your own path in a career is like somehow the two of you are going to meet that way, like through a career opportunity, where person A is bringing in that creative side of a project. And person B, again, we have fire and earth. So like person A is like that fiery creative energy, and person B is the one that's like, I have the equipment, I have the know-how and experience, I have the funding. I need to find the person. I need to find the person for this. And that's the way you meet. So this could be not only just like a relationship, if that's something you're looking for, but also a partnership in a career sense. It could be both. It could be one or the other. Let's see, rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Yeah, I feel like person A, is the answer in this capacity to person B. I feel like person B has been searching for someone like you. Pig. Beware of greed. Ooh, okay. And it could be in the past they were burned. Perhaps they reached out to another person in a creative capacity or in a romantic capacity. They made a connection with another person. Again, this kind of soul family token. And they were burned pretty badly by it. Which, yeah, which sucks. You know, people wanting that connection with another person, not to get to know that person, but because they feel that that person can, like, get them ahead in life. You know, oh, you have the connections, I want to be your best friend, but then as soon as that person's no longer, quote, useful, then it's like, oh, I don't have time for you. Like that, I'm just getting that sense. And that's, yeah, that's not good. I just got this, like, heavy feeling. I'm kind of twitching my shoulder, just like, So, I mean, yeah, let's get some cards for pile B. That's rough, buddy. That's rough. Okay. Can we get some, whoa. Okay, everybody calm down. Please calm down. Thank you. Didn't even get to ask my question, but there you go. There's our 3 cards. Sometimes you have to keep shuffling, and sometimes the card deck is just like, here we go. Yeah. Because of this, I feel like they're a little, I don't want to say shy, because I don't feel like this is a shy person, but they're a little hesitant. I think they're hesitant to make this connection because of, you know, and this is, again, the swords, this is a mental suit. The swords is a mental suit. This is something they have to overcome. You know, they have to realize that you are not this previous instance. Ace of Cups. Yeah. If this is a romantic connection, very much, I think, quickly, person B is going to realize just, like, how much they like you. How much they like person A. I keep saying you, but person A. How much, you know, there's the possibility. Aces are about possibilities and opportunities. And again, we had all of this new opportunity kind of opening up. I think they're going to realize that. And if romance, you know, connection in that capacity is not what you're looking for, I believe that person B is going to realize, like, how much this relationship kind of fills their cup. They find it very emotionally fulfilling. And this is sake. So this alcoholic drink is, I'm thinking of like a toast. You know, just like, hey, cheers. You know, this is, I don't know, I'm just getting a sense of like a toast in something. Interesting. Okay. 5, yeah, this is something that they have to work through. And it's interesting, this falls right below greed. So I feel like what we were talking about before, that like literal to your face backstab. Yeah. I'm not 100% on the myth surrounding this image, but it was, I believe this figure in the front is a goddess, is an Egyptian goddess of the sun. I don't want to get that wrong, I'm so sorry, but a goddess that was married, I believe, to this figure in the background. Again, I'm bad with names, but she was married. They were happily married, but her husband's brother was jealous of this connection and like murdered the brother. And it's this whole thing where I think it was, there was a trial and like the wife buried the husband's body or like pieces. It's, yeah, mythology is a trip for sure. But it's the idea of like resurrection. So even though there was this initial betrayal, you know, by this brother, her husband did come back. You know, you see, I believe that's an image or a symbol of this deity's husband in the background. If you know more about, you know, Egypt mythology than I do, which is not hard, please correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to know the details of it, but I believe that's like the essence of this image. There was like a very blatant, I want to say just like backstab, you know, just cause so much grief. And not even like remorse on this other person's side. Like just, yeah, it was more fueled by selfish intentions than any kind of initial connection. And that's rough. That is hard to come out of. If anybody's ever been through something like that, I am so sorry. That is, yeah, that is just, so I am really happy that all of these other, like this new opportunities, the rainbow, we have the harp and the gong, like just such positive teas. Because if anybody's familiar with the tea leaf deck, these are some of the most positive cards you can get there in the deck, you know, outside of greed. So the fact that this person, it's like, they're going to come out of it, but at first they might be reserved. There might be a reservation around them. Perhaps when you first meet them, again, person B, sorry, I keep doing that. Person B just might be very reserved because of what happened. But I feel very quickly they're going to realize at least the potential. They may not like right out of the gate be like, you're the one, which would be cool. But I feel like they're going to realize the potential. Maybe even not if a romantic relationship is not what you're about or not what they're about, it could just be, again, that soul connection, that soul family. They realize very quickly, like, hey, I think you're one of my people. And we have the fives here with grounding and the Five of Swords. Fives are very much about things shifting, things changing. Yeah, so they're going through a change, you know, and I feel like when the two of you connect, and we're going to see what's going on here, yeah, that might come up. All right, let's see your energy, the two of you. We have trust. Yeah, trust. And the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign, but it's also the sign I always associate with the phrase still waters run deep. There's going to be kind of, you need to see beyond this eyeball here. You need to see beyond that, both parties, you know, see beyond that initial, you know, the initial person you meet. That's never really who that person is. At least I've found in my experiences. Like when I meet someone the first time, that's not really them. It's a version of them. It's a part of them, but it's not the whole picture. So trust is going to be necessary. Is going to be necessary. And it's interesting with this divine feminine, because again, this is a very, I get the like watery sense, like the moon and water. So again, seeing beneath the surface. Seeing beneath the surface of something. Tapping into your intuition. This could also be like your third eye. Don't necessarily trust what you see with your physical eyes. Trust more of what you see, what you feel. Spiritually as well, because we have the fire sign here. All right. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Don't cover up Scorpio. Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. We were just talking about that. I also got like the weird sense of like person B thinks you're a unicorn in the sense of like you're one of a kind. You're rare. They see person A as kind of this rare entity. And great personal sorrow. This trust. There could be also a connection here. You know, where it's like the two of you are very healing for each other. And overcoming great personal sorrow as well. Apple. Temptation will test you. Ooh, okay. We'll get some cards on that. And we also... Sorry. I didn't mean to snort. Okay, so literally, this... I mean, I don't think I can explain it in a literal sense any more perfectly than it already has. However, you can also see this as if marriage is not something you are into, not something you want, or it's just not applicable to this situation. Marriage is also like the Lover's card, where it's two entities coming together. It's a partnership. It's a connection between two people. I want to know more about this temptation as well. So, all right, let's get, if we could please get some clarifiers for the energies of person A and person B, please. Specifically, especially with this apple, because there's also this like hidden snake in the imagery right here. And I got the phrase like snake in the grass. So I wonder, because the mouth is open here, and I'm wondering it's like what you hear versus like what you see. All right, let's, like the idea of gossip, you know, if you were listening to gossip, or I don't know, can we get some clarifiers for together? Sorry, I'm still giggling over like marriage. So if you're looking at this from like a relationship, a romantic relationship, or a relationship connection, yeah, very good potential. We'll just put it out there. A very good potential. The sun. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the biggest thumbs up the tarot can give you, is the sun. Ooh, and it's interesting that both of these are use Egyptian mythology imagery as well. Is this... Wait. Again, I wish I knew more about Egyptian mythology, because I have a feeling like... I'm wondering if this is her husband in I don't remember. Someone please correct me. Because if so, that is wonderful synchronicity. The idea that in this story, you know, there was a situation where, you know, there was a betrayal and a metaphorical, well, in this, like, the deities can't really die, but, you know, there's a death, a metaphorical death, and then resurrection. And the idea of, like, but through trust, you know, through trust and healing, like, the two of you can come together and be that sunshine for each other. Which is beautiful. And that landed right underneath the marriage card as well. The Lovers. And Two of Coins. Okay. Sometimes the cards do what they want. They do what they want. All right. So the Lovers was a significator card for the pile. And we were just talking about the different interpretations the Lovers card can have. And again, always fascinating when these kind of synchronicities come up. Yeah, the two of you are going to be very balanced. And I get the sense of the Two of Coins here because this is an Earth card. And this person feels very grounded too. The Earth and Virgo, the Sun and Moon, again, very balanced. They could be very balancing for person A. Again, I keep saying person A, person B. We'll get it eventually. And not only, I just feel like the two of you really balance each other out. You ground each other, like in a way, person A is very grounding, but finds person B. I did it again. Person B finds person A, you know, very stimulating. They're just fascinating. They have all this fiery energy, and they're creative, and they're just, you know, yeah, they can just go. Yeah, they can find that needle in a haystack. And in a way, again, I'm getting the sense that person B views person A as that needle in a haystack, that unicorn, that one in a million. Which is amazing. I love that. That is so sweet. Okay. All right. I'm... Wow. Pile 2. I'm nailing it. All right. Oh, please don't go everywhere. This is, a new deck. They are very energetic. A friend of mine got me this deck. It's tiny, too. It's so small. But this is the Light Seer's Oracle. I had to look over at the tin it came in because I cannot remember the name. because these other decks I've been working with for many, many years, and I've had time to memorize. Wow, okay. You went from all over the place to not wanting to shuffle at all. We're still learning each other. We're still figuring out how to communicate. Okay, so with our wee deck here, very cute, we would like to get some advice, please, on how pile 2 can move forward with this energy. This energy or situation. Okay. Ace of Cups again. Ace of Cups. I'm getting the sense to moving forward with this encounter, whether it just happened or it's about to happen, is be open. Be open to receive love in whatever capacity that resonates for you. And again, love is love. And whether that's a romantic love, an intimate love, and again, intimacy can be physical intimacy, emotional, mental, spiritual intimacy. It doesn't necessarily, everybody associates, not everybody, society at large associates intimacy and love with physical intimacy. But the idea of love being just the connection between two people, a deep connection, whether that is emotional, spiritual, intellectual, it's a connection with your person, you know, the soul family. It's just that connection. It's a solid, amazing connection with another person. It's important to be open to receive that. It's interesting because sometimes, usually, like, a bunch of cards fall out. That card came out on its own. Like, this is, I feel like there's an emphasis on that one. Okay, okay, all right, we'll just take those. They were like, we're not going back on the deck. All right, I'm going to grab one from the bottom. We will be heard. The Chariot. Ooh. The Two of Cups, right on top of the Lover's card. This is a very, and again, we have that divine feminine and the soul family. This is a very deep connection, emotionally, spiritually as well. However that connection resonates with you, but it's a very real, deep connection. The High Priestess. Yeah, wow. Okay. There are things, I just got the phrase, like, there are things yet to be seen or yet to be experienced. But you have to be open to them. Like, there's some things you can't know yet, which, you know, fair. Two of Swords. But you're going to need to take that risk. This was talking about taking risks, taking action, making a decision. The Lover's card is also about making a decision, making a choice. The Moon. Yeah, again, we were talking about that with the Eye on this card. The idea of, there we go. Trust your intuition. You don't necessarily have to trust what you see initially, but trust what you feel. Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, still waters run deep. There is so much more going on beneath the surface than you realize. We also have, again, the Two of Coins. We have these two kind of figures here. Very balanced. This sun and moon sign, dark and light. Just, yeah, the two of you just balance each other so well. All right, what do we got? The Hierophant. I'm giggling because the Hierophant is also can represent marriage. Sorry, I don't mean to giggle. I'm feeling, again, I'm also giggling because pile 2. Wow. Alright, and at the bottom of this one we have the Knight of Cups, which is, if you are a person who's looking for romance, if that's something that resonates with you, yeah, that's one of the most romantic knights or romantic cards you can get in the tarot. So, Yep. Pile 2. Wow. All right, pile 2. I feel this is your read. And wow, what a read. Oh, I just actually saw we were looking at these black and white figures. There's the black and white horses too. So again, that balance, that movement forward. Like, I feel like the two of you are just going to take off. Anyways, I feel like this is your read. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Please like, subscribe, share. It's super, super helpful for the channel. We're still very small, and we need all the help we can get on YouTube. Otherwise, that's something completely different. Anyways, the links for any of the cards or tools that are available will be in the description, as well as the notepad from the intro that was done from my friend. And I have a shop. I can word, I swear. I have a shop as well. I'm an artist, so I have stickers and keychains and art prints, all kinds of stuff. That will be in the description. And I think I'm gonna give your pile a heart. Yeah, I think y'all will be a heart. Because I feel like this is a heart connection. However that resonates for you, it is a heart connection. So, apologize for the noise in the background. All right, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Keep me posted. I'm very interested in what is going on, because wow, this is really an incredible read. As much as you feel called to. Again, you never have to share anything you are not comfortable sharing. So, but just, yeah. Or you can just put a heart in the comments. That works as well. All right, pile 2. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, I'm sending you all the love in the world, and make sure you take care of yourselves. And until next time, bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose pile 3, your stone is this banded bloodstone here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make 3 piles. So we're going to have your energy, their energy, and the two of you together. And we're going to call it person A, person B, and person A and B together, because I know when I've had kind of like compatibility or like 2 pile energy kind of merging together reads, I've sometimes resonated with one but also the other, or sometimes the opposite, and not. So the idea is that, at least the philosophy I've heard and I kind of resonate with, is that the connection between the two of you, the 2 people involved, could be linked very spiritually, and so you're reflecting each other's energies. It could be that you're mirroring each other, so maybe you resonate more with pile B than pile A. So again, but if one of the piles resonates with you, then you know that this is your read. If none of the piles resonate with you, then check out a different, when I say like person A, person B, you can check out pile 2 or pile 1. If none of these resonate with you, that is okay. This may not be the read for you. And I always say that you're going to find the answer to your question. There are so many amazing readers on YouTube, all over social media. You're going to find the reader that's right for you. You're going to find the answer to your question. I promise you, it's out there. Okay, so that being said, let us get some lovely card ASMR going. Oh, jeez. All right. Cards have been, I don't know if it's the humidity today, but they've either been super slidey or very, very stubborn, like not wanting to shuffle at all. So, yeah, there's a lot happening. All right, so can we get, please, 3 indicator cards? One for person A, one for person B, and together. All right. That one card that almost popped out like nearly bent in half. It's like, jeez. Okay. So there we go. And we're going to get 3 discs, 3 tokens. And if you're not familiar with these are little wooden discs that I painted many moons ago. And I've just used in my practice. Oh, there's 3. Okay. So we'll do this. try not to see. All right, so let's get some tea for person A. I keep doing that, I saying pile A. Oh, okay. Green and purple cards coming out in force today. Other piles also had some pretty significant. Oh my goodness, that. All right. That's good. All right. Oh, okay. Nope. It's gonna be a hopefully not. Nope. There was more. Okay. So can we get some tea for person B? All right. You are flipping around quite a bit. This pile suddenly has like all of the purple cards. I don't know what's up with that. You know what? I see you. Okay. All right, that's it that wants to come out of there. All right, anything else for person B? Please don't dump half the deck onto my desk. All right, got those two. All right, no, that's it. All right. Okay, so any tea, cool. Any tea leaves for their energies together. All right, feeling those three. My cards, again, sometimes they're slidey, so that's why we put little stones on them to keep them grounded. All right. Okay. A lot of tea. It's a lot of tea going on. Okay. Make these little neat piles. All right. There we go. Wow. A lot of tea leaves here. Okay. So we have the Green Man token for person A. This is the Green Man token, also the Divine Masculine. Again, not a gender. This is just a masculine energy. And the Green Man is kind of a personification of the forest and a very protective energy as well. Okay. No, I'm just feeling like this one's very significant. Stimulation. Okay. Wow. We shuffled. Because this was an indicator card for actually person A in pile 2. So if you're coming in from pile 2, welcome. But very reversed because, okay, interesting. If you felt called to pile 2, you might want to check that out, but only if you felt called to. Excuse me. Ooh. Spirit's talking. So we have stimulation with chili. It's a fire card with Aries and this quill with the little ink droplet coming out of it. 18. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. November. Okay. Timing, like months of the year and timing is always a little tricky in reads. So I'm going to read this as like we'll find out more of kind of what is going on with pile A. But this could be November as in a previous November or this upcoming November. We'll see how it does. But also it can be late fall, early winter, late fall, like right in that transitional period. However that falls for you. Pardon the pun. Unintentional, but it's there. Because if you are in the northern hemisphere, November is going to be that, late fall, early winter season. But if you're in the southern hemisphere, that is going to be actually flipped. It's the opposite. So I would say, yeah, we'll see again what else is happening, but that's how. So when I say November, it could be also a season that is late fall, early winter, or however the kind of, because not all places, their climates have, quote, a winter as some people see it. I'm currently in like California, and it doesn't really have a winter as the winters I grew up with on like the East Coast. Very different. So yes. Whatever is the opposite of, let's say, the what your climate would consider the summertime, if you will. So hopefully that helps. Oh, this glare coming in. Let's see if we can. That's a little better. All right. What else do we have? Horseshoe. Good luck. Ooh, that's fabulous. Flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay. Grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Okay. A younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. It also could just be a younger feminine person. Or someone who does not have as much, maybe, life experience as you. Because, yeah, sometimes I have met some people who are technically older than me, but have much less life experience. So it can also be like the maturity level of that person who has a feminine energy. Yoke. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Ooh, okay. We'll get some tarot cards to kind of help clarify some of this. I kind of want to put some of this up so our tarot cards can go along the bottom. There we go. I feel like this feminine person, I'm getting the sense that if they were younger or they just had less life experience, they were just a little more, they were less mature. And something occurred that was disappointing. And this, again, this could have happened this past November or the past kind of fall, late fall, winter time. And interesting that these fell right in line as well. Perhaps this person did something with the excuse that they were feeling tied down or frustrated with the relationship. So we're going to get some clarifiers, but I feel like perhaps person A, you have come out of a relationship recently or are currently resolving a relationship that has gone through some trials. Or perhaps this is a stereotype, or I don't mean to laugh, but like I'm trying to think of the word, not an archetype, or just like a pattern of people who person A has like attracted to them, because we have Aries here and fire and stimulation, and again with the quill here in the corner, I'm getting the sense that person A is like very confident. We have Aries, this masculine energy, this fiery energy, and very intellectual as well with the quill, writing, like something that's creative, very intelligent, and that is attractive to a lot of people. And again, sometimes we can attract people who perhaps they see that and it's like, oh, they're going to make, they're going to take over, or they're, like, oh, you take all the responsibility, or, you've got this, right? And it's like, no, relationship should be this should be equal. This should be balanced. But I'm getting the sense that this, let's get some cards, but this is either resolved or resolving. And you're getting back into the swing of things. Person A is kind of going out having fun, rediscovering like the grapes and the horseshoe together. This idea of like, I can make my own luck. I can go out and have fun, and I can do the things I want to do without feeling tied down or frustrated, perhaps with this energy. All right, if we could please we have our last unicorn deck, by the way. Ooh, we have to shuffle real quick, and I have to do this in chunks because our babe is thick. Like a regular Waite deck, this is twice the thickness. It is a robust deck. we'll just say. Kind of shuffle in pieces. I know someone out there is like, oh my god, this is like the most frustrating and feeling tied down, feeling frustrated. It's okay. Shuffle a deck. We're gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. All right. Could we get some clarification for person A? What is happening right now for them? This is a bit of a sticky deck too. The cards like to stick together. Ooh, except for the ones coming out right now. All right. 3, perfect. Ooh, okay, we have 10 of Cups, the Star, and the 7 of Coins. This is wonderful. Wow. Yeah, I'll hold these up because these are beautiful cards. The whole deck is gorgeous. These cards in particular are very, very nice. So I'm getting the sense that pile A, you're kind of finding your faith again. You're finding your hope. Like the phrase faith in humanity has come into my mind for some reason. Again, sometimes I don't understand the things I say, but someone else will. Someone out there is going to be like, that resonates. And I'm like, cool, because I have no idea. It's not my business to know. You will know when you know. It's your read. With the 10 of Cups here. Self-fulfillment. I'm almost getting this feeling of like, not only like self-fulfillment, like you see the unicorn down here reflected in the water. So being comfortable with yourself, but being comfortable also with the idea of being with another person. Yeah, finding that hope again, that light, that inner light. And this, oh, yeah, because the Star is 17 and this is 7. And I believe, I feel like you got there by taking a pause. Like taking, we have a moon cycle up here. So I feel like many moon cycles, just taking a pause and like seeing the path that you can walk, seeing where you can go to on your own, like not necessarily relying on another person, but not relying on another person, if that makes sense. So like this idea of being open, you know, to this kind of imagery of like watching the sunset together with another person, but also emotionally and mentally, like on your inner world. I see this kind of reflection in the water as like an inner world where you're very comfortable with yourself. And in your outer world, you're very comfortable also with, you know, being with another person. And that's a wonderfully balanced and healthy way to look at relationships. All right. Let's get a quick clarification on this younger person's energy. Like what, like confirmation or just what happened there? What was going on? What is going on? Oh. I see this one, but it's very reluctant to come out. Ace of Wands. I don't know if maybe they felt an opportunity. Aces are like, they're opportunities. It's kind of an upswell of energy, but it's not necessarily has a direction. It's just an influx of energy that just, you know, it comes in, but it needs to be directed. And that's where, you know, subsequent kind of cards in the deck, like the 2s and 3s, will kind of direct that energy. I am not 100% sure. Okay, I'm actually going to pull in another deck. All right, this is the Light Seer's Tarot. Let's... Oh. 2 aces. Oh, wow. Okay, Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting the sense that this younger person perhaps saw person A as an opportunity. Wands, fire. They saw this like energy and creativity in person A and was like, ooh, I want that too. Perhaps they saw an opportunity to be financially supported as well. And if they didn't get that, or felt that they didn't get that, you know, that's where perhaps this frustration cropped up. Okay. Any Knight of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. Ooh, okay. This is really fascinating because I feel like this... I really want to dive into person B because I'm not entirely sure if this is maybe a person who, I don't want to say like left. Well, let me put that over there. Okay. But it could be if this is a person that you are in a relationship right now or were in a relationship. Because we have 2 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I need to get some more information about what's going on with person B. But it could be that they saw this person A as like an opportunity for something. And at first, it was great. 2 of Cups, like that is an absolute connection card. There was a connection at first. And then they felt perhaps this feeling tied down or frustrated, like things weren't moving fast enough for them. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, steady energy. And maybe they felt just things were not moving either the way they wanted to or progressing at the capacity that they wanted. And that left them feeling tied down or frustrated. So let's get some more information. If this was a person in person A's life, or perhaps still is. And then we'll see how this could go. Because again, you always have free will. Trying to make it look nice, it's a crapshoot half day. All right. Don't know if YouTube caught that. Anyways. Ooh, okay, we have Gratitude, Air, Pink Rose, we have this Flower Crown, and Gemini. Number 36. And a heart connection. This can be a token of like twin flames, soulmate, but just the idea of like a heart connection. Kind of how when I talk about like soul family. But this soul family tends to be just like your circle of people as well. Soul family and like heart family are very much interchangeable in a way. This definitely feels like much more of a romantic energy, though. So if romance is not your thing, this may not be your pile. You can definitely check out pile 1 or pile 2, but this may not be your pile. All right, let's see. July. Ooh. That's really... November and July are almost opposite months. And happiness. Okay. What about 2 others? Wreath. Sorrow over a loss. Throne. A position of authority. I don't feel that person B is this person. I'm not getting that vibe. Okay. Sorrow over loss, happiness in July. July's kind of the height of summer in the northern hemisphere. Again, I feel like these are very, person A, person B are very flipped energies. But in a way, you're also very compatible because we have air and fire. And air absolutely can fuel fire. Like, that is something essential for fire to flourish, is oxygen. Sorry, itchy. Itchy shoulder for no reason. Alright, let's get some cards for person B. This is a very tricky read. There's a lot going on. Alright. 2 and 3. Justice. Ooh, okay. Ah! We're flinging around here. Justice, the 5 of Wands. Alright, come here. There's never enough room. And the 8 of Cups. Okay. I feel like person B is also... I feel more like person B left a situation. Person A, I get the sense that this person, this younger person, left them. And person A is at that point where they are now just like, you know what? I'm going to take care of myself. Yeah, especially with like this flute. The disappointment, you know, in this person of their actions and their motivations for something. And just, you know, person A just took a moment and be like, you know what, I'm going to gather myself and I'm going to take care of me. Person B, I feel like, again, I feel very flipped. Person B is kind of just rediscovering their happiness, their sunshine. There's definitely a loss. And it could be that person B was the person who had to leave a situation with the 8 of Cups here. Yeah, 5 of Wands and Justice, and with authority right there with Justice. And a loss. Maybe person B is, or was, or is in the process of getting a divorce. Or coming out of because again, Justice is about authority, but also like dealings with the law. You know, law and the justice system, the justice system. You know, law and order, the balancing of these scales. And the 5 of Wands is like just petty arguments and competition and just, yeah, it just kind of, I feel like pettiness. Yeah. But even coming out of this, like, very heavy, because again, look at the blues of these cards. Very heavy colors, very cold colors. There was sorrow. But overall, again, I love this pink rose because they also haven't lost like their gratitude for life. Their liveliness. Like they haven't lost that either. And I feel like that makes them a very just open and loving person. Like, I just feel person B has a big heart. And it sucks because I feel like person B has gone through it too. They've gone through this really rough situation. Oh, I just realized those are kind of out of frame. Sorry. A very rough situation. But I feel like they're also getting justice for this situation as well. Okay. again, like very fascinating. There's so much happening here. But very, very fascinating read. Ooh, okay. So this is my little climbing token. You see this little ram here. Ooh, and again, Aries. And it's always interesting how it falls, because sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's like this, and sometimes they're climbing down. And the two of you together, it's like climbing down. You're over this difficult situation you're both coming out of. Duality, the bananas of duality. I love it. And water, very emotional. And this symbol of healing. Yeah, you're both very reflective of each other, but again, just this kind of opposites happening as well. All right, you got the two of you together have so much tea. Horse, a short journey. I'm just seeing the horse here, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Broken wish. A wish will not be granted. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Ooh. 2 wishes. 1 not granted, but 1 sincere wish will be. Okay. Forest. Muddled and unclear thinking. Mountain road. You are on the road to success. So together... yeah, together I feel like the two of you will be coming out of this energy. And the wish that will not be granted, I get the feeling that it's the situation that person A and person B have been dealing with. Like what they wished for, what they hoped for, did not come to fruition. It did not come to pass. I just got the wreath here as well, with the idea of perhaps someone has passed. You know, and there could be infighting within the family about who gets what. That, you know, lawyers could get involved with wills, and it's just a really rough situation as well. Like, I feel like that could also be happening as well. Like, things did not turn out the way you had wished for. But with the needle and thread, and I get the sense of, like, stitching. Of, like, piecing yourselves back together. So the song, I'm so bad with names. I wish I wasn't, but it's just how my spicy brain works. But the song, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Like that song. Yeah, like it's the idea of what you initially wanted may not have come to fruition, may not have been granted. But what you need by coming together, that will be. Because that comes from a different place. You're in a different place in your lives. You know, there's just different... it's just different. And you're on the road to success, right next to muddled and unclear thinking with the forest here. We'll get some cards. Just out of room completely. It's fine. That's fine. But I get the sense that, like, walking forward may not be the easiest path. May not be straightforward. But together you'll get there. And a horse with short journey, I get the sense that it's like the two of you are going to find your feet. Like, again, you're coming out. You're on the other side of that mountain. You're on the other side of this mountain road. You're on the right path. Even if the path isn't completely clear. Whoop, okay. Alright, we got 2. Can we get one more? Uno más. Uno más, por favor. Alright. Yeah, things are going to change for the two of you, for the better. This Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about things shifting. Things are... all the elements are working together to make this wheel turn. And I just see these moon phases right here on the frame. And I'm reminded of the moon phase up here as well. That could be the short journey. You know, within the a moon cycle, you know, things just kind of come together. Seven of Swords and the King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like the Seven of Swords is for person B and the King of Cups is for person A. Because I feel like person B might have to deal with some more BS from this situation still. So person B might, that could be part of this muddled, unclear thinking. Like there could be there's a lot happening. Which can be very, you know, that can make muddled, unclear thinking. So person B might need to be on the lookout for kind of people trying to be shady, trying to do shady business. They also might just be on guard. When the two of you come together in this capacity, there may be just like, I don't know about this, because in the past this just didn't work out. But person A, because you've done this work, and we have the cups, the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups. And again, kings are energies. They're not genders. But there is a very masculine energy to person A, because we have the divine masculine here and our king as well. So I'm getting the sense that you do have a very masculine energy. Pile A, if that is you. Because with the King of Cups, you know, no matter what is hitting the throne, we have these waves hitting the throne, but this king is sitting very comfortably. They're not bothered at all by these rough seas. Nope. They are sitting in their strength. And I feel like that's because they've gotten to the point of the Ten of Cups. They are comfortable within themselves, their inner world, and they are open to the outer world as well. Okay. So that is, wow, there's a lot going on. Pile 3. Okay, let's get some advice on how to move forward with this energy. Again, this is the Light Seers Tarot. A friend of mine got me this. It's a very, very sweet gift. Okay. Ooh, a lot of cards. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. The Hermit. Yeah. The two of you together are, I feel, going to embark on this journey. But it's going to be a very enlightening one, and it's going to be one that is needed and necessary for the two of you. The High Priestess, yeah. The Page of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. This might be a very spiritual aspect. Again, this duality with our bananas. I love this deck, because I can say the bananas of duality. There's an opportunity here for the two of you to really connect and communicate and kind of open up new levels and new insights into each other, you know, with that connection. And from that, pages are very young energies, but I get the sense that, like, what starts out as this kind of very solemn movement forward, you know, goes very deep, very spiritual in some senses. For some, it's going to be a very spiritual experience to come together with this person. But one that is also full of energy and creativity, and just like a new, pages kind of have this innocence outlook on life. Again, this person's just like leaping up into the air. I guess, I don't know if like either of you perhaps are dancers or movement, like if movement-based activity is something that very much is connective for the two of you, because we have a lot of these greens and then this green and yellow. Just getting a sense with the colors, like that's a very connecting thing. It's a very creative activity. It doesn't need to be dance. It could be just a movement based activity or something creatively that really resonates with the two of you that you can do together. All right, we also have the Eight of Cups. Again, the Eight of Cups. The Knight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Wow. Yeah, moving forward. We have the Eight of Cups, and you can see 6 of them are already sunk. This one is just about sunk, and this one is barely floating. And Cups, we're dealing with emotions here. This is going to be an emotional journey where it's just, I feel like there's things that need to be laid to rest. So perhaps the cups in here, all of these cups, that's part of, laying this to rest. Unpacking that, not only for person B, but, for the two of you. The Knight of Swords, yeah. Again, these very action cards, the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands. Not shying away from the conversations that need to be had. Just on a spiritual level, but also on an intellectual level. Yeah. Because we have the Ace of Swords here. It's going to give both of you an amazing insight to each other. And I love that we have the Ten of Wands and the Six of Wands. And it goes from this, remember we had the card with the mountain path? It says you're on the right path, you're coming down, you're walking down that path. You're going to be able to let go of that heavy load, that luggage, the things that you've been carrying around, and walk into a place of victory. This is a card, Six of Wands is literally the card of victory. Pile 3, there's a lot going on. But I'm seeing with some very hard work, communication, this balance, this journey that the two of you are going on. You can come out of the other side of it absolutely victorious. All right, so any final advice or guidance? Just throwing it out there. All right, we got 3. We'll do that. 5 of Cups. Yeah. These two very much. Again, 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. But let's see. 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Ooh, very interesting that all the green cards landed over here. I think the final advice is to do a little at a time. Yeah, go slow, do a little at a time. The 4 of Pentacles is kind of holding things close. We also have the rune up here, I think it's Ophila. It's tiny, it's right there in her earring, it's super, super tiny. But that's a rune of, it's a rune of inheritance. Kind of like getting what was always meant to be yours. But it can also be a rune of, and we have more runes up here. The rune Manaz, Laguz, Perth? I think that's Perth. So that's the rune of like initiation. And Munjo, the rune of joy. It's a self. Laguz is the rune of like deep emotions. All very appropriate for our High Priestess. But I'm getting the sense like the final advice is go slow. As much as you maybe want to rush into things, open communication is wonderful, but it may take a while to really open up about some things. And also you have to be wanting to talk about things. Two of Swords, this decision. But also this blindfold. Like, this person has to want to take off the blindfold to shoo these crows away. And they also, there may be having to address like these intrusive thoughts. You know, intrusive thoughts or limiting beliefs, or just, you know, the lies and the negative narrative that, you know, people have been brought up on. There may be some of that. Again, the path forward is there. You can be victorious. You're getting there. With you're walking down that path. Does it mean that it's a straight shot? No. You know, we're human. We slip up, and that's okay, but give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Sometimes, you know, you can do the real heavy internal work and like bury 6 cups at a time and be like, man, I got that. Walk away. And sometimes it's like, you know what? it's just a little bit today. We're just going to touch it with like our big toe. And that's it. That's all we can do. And both are valid. Both are extremely valid. So there is a lot, but again, I very much feel that these two piles are very mirrored with each other. This kind of late fall, high summer. But you're very open. Person A is very open to walking with person B and walking together. And person B, I just feel like has the biggest heart. That's been through some stuff, for sure. But the two of you together can absolutely come out victorious in this. All right, pile 3. Whew. Let's see what we got at the bottom. Yeah, 6 of Wands. I can't make it up. 6 of Wands. Yeah, you've got this. Again, the card of victory. The card of victory is right here for you. All right, now I'm curious. What do we got? The 9 of Swords. Yeah, don't let these thoughts, these crows, you know, this negative energy, don't let it keep you from your victory. Again, these very opposing, this duality. Again, this very, very duality energy in pile 3. Yeah, don't let your anxieties, those negative thoughts, don't let them keep you from your victory. Whew. All right, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Wow. You know what? Let's give your pile. Let's give you a rose. Yeah, I want to write that down so I don't forget. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a rose. I like that. Yes. Please like and subscribe and share the channel. It's super helpful. We're still very small, so every little bit helps. If something resonated, and you feel inclined, you feel inspired to let me know. Again, never share anything that you are not comfortable sharing. You can let me know in the comments, or just put a little, the little rose emoji in there. That's all you have to do. Nothing else. But I really, really appreciate you trusting me to read for you. We will have links for any of the cards or tools that are available in the description, as well as the notepad from the intro, and a link to my shop, because I'm an artist, so I have stickers and keychains and all kinds of stuff available as well. Whew. There's a lot going on, but you got this. You got this, pile 3. All right, so until we meet next time, take care of yourselves, and I'm sending you lots of love. Bye.